Yes.
Do you need an action?
Give me 1 second. Just 1 second. Perfect, yes.
Action.
Hey, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back, our
Hello,
subscribers
hello.
and our viewers.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good afternoon.
On this lovely day.
Good night. Whatever part of the world you're in right now.
Oh, we reach people overseas.
Good morning,
yes.
America.
Good
Good morning, Vino.
Oh, God. Okay.
Back. Anybody who got that reference.
Good for you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Also, to those who are just tuning in and are like, what the fuck did I just find? And you haven't, exited out of this window, stay.
You're curious? Thank you. We're going to introduce ourselves.
Oh my God, are you Christian Grey right now? Like, curious?
No.
Okay.
I just want to introduce ourselves.
Okay, introduce yourself.
I'm Ceirra.
I'm Stan.
And you're watching
the hardly famous vlog Jinx.
Ha. Today is Wednesday.
Yes.
And on Wednesdays, for us, there's alcohol involved.
Yes. It's Vino Wednesdays.
It's Vino Wednesdays. Cheers. Now, we're going to need a lot of this. Because the topic that we're going to discuss today is the Oscars.
Yes.
Now, Oscars happened last Sunday. And there were some things. Some things that happened.
Couple things.
There was really good stuff that happened, and then there was some not so good stuff that happened. So we're going to talk about that today. First things first.
Yes.
What the fuck happened with Best Picture?
You just want to come into this already with it.
Well, I mean, I would start from the beginning, but why be predictable?
It's true. We all know what it's leading up to.
Why?
What the fuck happened at Best Picture?
Now, my thing was that I'm going to make a statement. I did not watch all of the movies that were nominated this year. I didn't.
Which ones did you watch?
I know Manchester by the Sea. And then I saw...
You saw La La Land?
I think I was going to, but then I didn't have the money to. Something happened.
So you saw Manchester and that's it?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's been a week. But... But that's the one movie that stood out in my mind. I was like, oh yeah, I saw that one. But I did see interviews and I did see clips and things like that. Now, some of you are probably wondering, some of you are probably thinking, that's not the same thing as watching that whole fucking movie, Ceirra. I'm like, I got it, but
Who's talking to you like that? I don't talk to you like that.
People who are just ignorant.
Ew.
But anyways,
yeah.
What? You do get a sense from when you hear people talk about the movie, you hear, you see things, trailers, clips, things like that. You see stuff. You get a sense of the movie and you get a sense of the performances. If you know the actors who are in the movies, you already kind of know what their work is, and you kind of get an idea. I'm like, well, okay, they have this and this to back them up. They've done this, and this that is similar to it. So when it came to Best Picture, based off of just buzz and merit alone, I already knew who was going to be like the top favorite. I already knew La La Land was going to be up there. Yeah. And I knew Moonlight was going to be up there. 2 movies that I do want to see that I just never
They were fantastic.
I know. And I always say this every year. Every year I always say that I'm going to watch the movies. And I don't. But it's just, most of the time I do, sometimes I don't. But this year I was kind of like, I'm going to see it, but I saw other stuff of it instead, and I got a pretty good sense of what they're about.
I will say that because the ones I did see this year, because there were 9 films, I did not see all of them. I saw Hacksaw Ridge was the first one I saw because that was the first one that came out of the majority of them. I
didn't want to see that.
You did?
I didn't.
You didn't? Yeah. It was not bad for a war movie, I will say, because it's a thing. Almost every year there's some type of war movie that's out there. There's always a war movie that's up for Best Picture. There's always one. America loves our war movies. What can I say? They love World War II.
We just love war.
We do. We love war and destruction.
Wonder where that came from.
Anyway, so yeah, I did see Hacksaw Ridge. I recently, last month, I saw La La Land. I saw Hidden Figures. I saw Moonlight. in December, I believe, like right after Christmas, I believe. And
where do you find the time to do all this? Because I don't find the time to do.
Honestly, just I try to get.
You don't have that many responsibilities, do you?
I do, but you know what I do? I try to aim for Tuesdays because my mother likes to go to the movies. So I always try to, because that's her thing. So I always try to take her out.
I used to do that with my mother.
Yeah.
Then we became poor.
Because my mother doesn't work. So that's why she has the downtime. So it's everyone. She's like, no, take me to a movie. I'm like, okay. And she pulls me by the thing and stuff. But because it's Oscar season, I'm like, no, we're going to go see a movie. I want to go see a nominated movie or something like that. Manchester by the Sea, I saw that with my parents as well. And I believe the last one I saw before the Oscars was it Lion? Yeah, it was Lion about 3 weeks ago. A great movie. With Dev Patel.
I know. Yeah, I didn't really want to see that, but then now I kind of want to see it.
I recommend seeing it.
Because really I do like Dev Patel. I loved him in Newsroom. Anybody who knows about that show with it's the other Jeff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, that comment just got me. Anyway.
It's the other Jeff. I don't know what his name, but also Olivia Munn is in the show as well. That's right. It was a show that came out a few years ago on HBO and I loved him in it. But so I was like, really yeah.
Anyway, on the subject of the Oscars, so you saw a couple of these, but regardless, talk about Best Picture.
So Best Picture. Now I like I said, I knew La La Land and Moonlight were going to be the top dogs. La La Land was already having a great night. They didn't win all the awards that they were nominated for. The technical awards they slipped in because it went to other pictures. And beforehand on the red carpet, which is something we're going to talk about because I love the red carpet.
Red carpet.
There was an IMDb expert or something like that who was saying that for La La Land, based off of their nominations, the things to look for as far as what will kind of get them. And actually somebody on Twitter was keeping track of like a kind of a scoring card. But
I saw that.
In order to keep track of like what La La Land has potential of winning, you have to look at the technical awards. You have to look at costume and hair and makeup. Well, they weren't nominated for hair and makeup. They were nominated for costume design. You have to look at sound editing, sound mixing. You have to look at film editing. You have to look at something. There's a couple of other technical awards that they were nominated for as well. You have to look at those. This is outside of like best actor, best actress, things like that. You have to look at the smaller things because that will determine what their momentum is like going forward into the rest of the show. And they didn't win a lot of the technical awards that they were nominated for, which I think to a lot of people were kind of like, what? Oh my God, type of thing. But it's like if you look at who won, it's kind of like, okay, I see why they won. I get it. But for Moonlight, as soon as Mahershala Ali won, I think that sealed the deal. And I can't remember who said it, but that sealed the deal for Moonlight winning the rest of their nominations, which I think they got most of them. Moment of truth comes. It's finally time for Best Picture to be announced. And we'll talk about all the other stuff that happened during the award show, but this is the most prominent thing that has happened the entire night. I feel like everybody in the blogosphere is going to be talking about this, but Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway were given the opportunity to announce Best Picture. And this is, I guess it coincided with the 50th anniversary of Bonnie and Clyde, their version of Bonnie and Clyde that they did, which I didn't realize that was 50 years ago, but I was like, oh, okay. And they come out and first of all, Warren Beatty walked out like he didn't know where the fuck he was.
Right.
Like you looked at him and you're just like, do you know where you are? Like he was just looking around, and Faye, obviously gorgeous, was very coherent, very and stuff like that. And as soon as Warren started to talk, you could just tell that this was not going to be good. Something was going to happen. Yeah. I think that was the initial thing. You didn't know what was going to happen. It was one of those things where it's like you just got worried for him, and I got worried for him. I was like, is he going to be okay? Yeah. So then, he goes into they do the little spiel, then they show the nominees, and then it comes down to announcing who it is. And he has the envelope in his hand. He opens it, and then he starts doing some weird shit where he's like looking in the envelope. It's like that moment where you get a birthday card and it's from your grandparents, and you expect like a $20 bill to kind of fall out, so you like open the envelope, shake it around, like la la la, and then like two $20 bills come out, and you're like, that's what he was doing. He was fucking shaking around like as if this was a fucking joke to him. Because it was just like, you looked at it and you're like, what are you doing? Just go ahead and fucking announce it. Like, come on now. Everybody's in the freaking audience is just waiting. They're just like, looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? So he looks at Faye. Then I guess he said he looked out in the audience. I didn't see him look out in the fucking audience. He was doing something weird. So, but he was looking out at Faye, looked out here, I guess, looked back at Faye, and Faye was just like, what are you doing? Like, come on. So, because I guess what ended up happening is what we found out. After Faye grabbed the card, she announced La La Land as Best Picture. And La La Land's screaming, everybody's screaming, oh my God, everybody's, standing up, like, great job, blah, blah. They get to the speeches, everybody has these emotional speeches, and everybody's like, oh my God, thanking the Academy, thanking their mom.
Yeah. Real quick.
Thanking the Academy, thanking their mom.
Real quick, I'm just like laughing in my head because I'm just thinking, if the Academy was there, or members of the Academy that know what's gonna win and stuff, and they're just like, what?
Oh yeah.
Excuse me?
I always thought about that, like in terms of like,
what?
Like what goes through that decision. Matt Damon's a member of the Academy.
That's right.
I bet he was sitting back like,
Oh really?
Well, he can't vote for his own film, so it's
right,
like, whatever.
Of course not.
But obviously they're in the middle of the speeches. Everybody's so heartfelt and just going on about and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, the third producer comes up and he says, "It's okay, guys, we lost." And he has like this he has like this vampire pale face, and you're just like, wait, what did he just say?
Yeah.
And then the first producer who gave a speech comes up and says, no, guys, it's true. Moonlight, you guys are the real winners. And, so many people pull this crap, pull a Kanye wherever the fuck they want to pull it, because it's like, so obviously I think that was the first initial reaction. People pulling a Kanye. You didn't get to see it live.
No, I saw the clip later that night, and I was like,
yeah. It was a total Kanye that was pulled, that they did on themselves. And it's like, no, this is what it is. And the Moonlight people, I don't think they did a reaction shot on them, but they should have. They did it after they,
after they were like crying and like they were walking.
They did it after, like as they were coming to the stage. But beforehand, they everybody was looking around. I was looking around. My mother was looking around. Like, wait, what? Like, how is this possible? And you see in the background all this commotion. You see the stagehands coming out. You see producers coming out. Like
Emma's confused as fuck.
Emma walks off stage. She's confused as fuck. Like, the rest of the La La Land people kind of start dispersing.
She's crying, but she's like,
they're kind of dispersing. Like, what should we type of thing? And this is as they're handing to the actors the Oscars to Moonlight as they're coming up. And the Moonlight people, once it's shown, because the first producer, he grabs the card, the real card, and it's like, nope, this is it. And they all run up stage, and it's one of those moments where you're just like, what the fuck? Now you know why Warren was looking like a lunatic up on stage.
Yep.
Looking like a fucking lunatic. And that made me mad, because I was like, okay, I see La La Land, they deserved it. But at the same time, I'm like, that was a real bitchy move. That was a real fucking Steve Harvey move on that fucking stagehand. They gave him the wrong card. And it was 2 cards. There was 2 actress in a leading role cards that they had, which I'm like, why do you have duplicate cards?
Yeah.
Why? Because Emma was holding her card, and then Warren somehow got a second card. And it was like, what the fuck? Who runs this shit?
Who runs this shit? They fucked up.
White people and Dakota Fanning.
White people and Dakota Fanning.
Whatever.
Dakota, why didn't you do anything?
Right.
Dakota, where were you?
But aside from that, I thought it was really nice that Moonlight was given the chance to go up there, say their speeches, kind of do that.
Like, keep it rolling.
And the La La Land people were very humble about, they weren't bitchy, they weren't obviously they were upset that they were in the situation, but they had 6 other wins. They can't speak.
Also, they were even more upset in the fact that no, they got cheated at this. No, this is yours.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't just all of us humble, but they were very, if anything, they were offended for them. In the sense that, no, this is theirs. Get up here. This is yours.
And the fact that Warren Beatty tried to go back and, like, make up some sort of excuse. I don't know if he thought that he was telling the truth or whatever, but the fact that he decided to go up there and try to explain himself, that just made the situation worse. If you enjoyed this, now, you're probably wondering, oh my God, Ceirra, you guys talk so much. That's why, in fear of that comment somewhere, we're splitting this into 2 videos.
Yes.
So this is for the first part, subscribe, like, comment, first part. For the second part, once you're done, do the same thing. You go underneath, and what do?
They click the subscribe button.
And you go over.
They like the like button.
And underneath.
They write their comments. Write what they like, what they didn't like, what we should talk about, and if this just speaks to them.
Tell us if any of your Oscar predictions came true. Tell us what you thought was the most shocking moment.
And why.
If it was something else other than the Best Picture mishap. And, yeah. So, if you made it through this first part, great.
Good for you. All right. And don't forget to follow us. We are on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram.
I thought you were going to trip up on that.
I almost did, but I didn't.
I was like, okay.
All right, everyone. And we will, so remember, subscribe, like, comment, and we will see you next week on Vino Wednesdays. Goodbye.
So
on this, farewell, I'll be nothing to do.
Now, that was an Oscar winner, wasn't it?
That was an Oscar winner, Best Picture.
Yep.